Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, February 11th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. You'd think I would have learned a few months ago. A few beers with local artist Joe Barson at Mother's on a school night never ends up with just a few beers. But fantastic conversation, even if we didn't get the Annapolis Film Festival's promo clip videoed right. All right, we have some news to share, so let's get into it, shall we? You want to keep an eye on the Annapolis City Council in the coming weeks. There are some big items up for discussion. On Monday night, Alderman Brooke Schandelmeyer will introduce legislation to allow bars and restaurants to be exempt from on-site parking requirements. This will allow on-site parking to be utilized for other things, such as outdoor dining. Not time for public comment on this one yet, but you can bet there will be plenty from the Eastport crowd as well as other restaurants in town claiming favoritism. Another bill involves the city moving to a 100% electric fleet, including 6 passenger electric golf carts circulating across the city, electric buses, and an electric ferry shuttling people between Eastport and Annapolis. This is up for public discussion on Monday night, and I suspect there may be a lot of it as well. And the final big item in the new Hillman garage, they're introducing legislation that they're hoping that negotiations about building it will be complete before it goes to a second reader at the end of the month. This seems like you're putting the cart before the horse, and I'm not privy to the details, but it seems like this project is off to a very rocky start. Here are 7 dates for your calendar, March 20th through March 27th. It is the 14th annual Annapolis Restaurant Week. Breakfasts for places that serve them, lunches, and dinners will all be on special at all of your favorite restaurants in the area. Restaurants are beginning to confirm their participation, and we have a list at eyeonannapolis.net. But if you need more information about the event, AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com is where you want to go. This is sponsored by the Downtown Annapolis Partnership, and if things remain the same as they have for the past 13 years, we'll have some gift certificates to give away, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for those. Yesterday, Governor Hogan asked the State Board of Education to get rid of its mask policy, citing improved metrics for COVID across the board. In his letter, he quoted former Baltimore Health Commissioner Lena Wen, who said that with the vaccines and boosters and encouraging statistics, there should be no restrictions. As far as the response, and this one's not the formal one, but the board said, yeah, we're watching it. We'll get back to you. Keep in mind that Governor Hogan has no authority over the Board of Education. Delegate Daniel Cox of Frederick County has introduced a resolution to impeach Governor Larry Hogan. Cox, a Republican who is running for governor with an endorsement from former President Trump, cites Hogan's violations of the separation of powers, theft of liberty and property, deprivation of religious liberties, and abuse of power under false pretenses. Cox is running against former Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz in the primary. Now, this resolution is not being well received by pretty much anyone in the legislature. And while I do not always agree with Governor Hogan, I will on this one. A few months ago, after the Trump endorsement, Hogan said, Dan Cox is a Q-Anon Whack Job. Spot on, Governor. And that's it for the news, but here's some podcast news for you. We've been busy recording a bunch of local business spotlights. October contracting is up tomorrow and SOFO next Saturday. And please keep the suggestions coming, and remember, they are free to the businesses and organizations. Info at eyeonannapolis.net or DM me on Twitter. Those are the best ways to reach out. And as we wrap it up, Sunday is the Super Bowl and Monday is Valentine's Day, so here are some suggestions for you for both of those. The Heritage Baptist Church's virtual Super Bowl runs through Sunday, and that's soup, S-O-U-P. And you can get some local celebrity soup recipes for a small donation, and 100% will go to the Lighthouse. You want to go to heritageloves.com, and that's where you can get all of the information. And speaking of the Super Bowl, this is the football game. I have the Rams over the Bengals 41-38 in a nail-biter, just like all of the postseason has been. If you're looking for some romantic places for a Valentine's Day dinner, these all still had reservations available as of last night. Severn Inn, Ingrano with special late-night hours, Smashing Grapes, Gary's Grill, Soul, Blackwall Hitch, and Tuscan Prime. Have not had a bad meal at any of those, although I have not been to Tuscan Prime as of yet. Okay, now I am done, and as always, thank you for listening. And if you are somewhere where you can leave a rating or a review, please do, and make sure that you let your friends and family and colleagues all know to give us a follow. It really does help. A quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, Alpha Engineering, and Rehab to Perform. It is Friday, so I'm going to take this time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun. Happy Valentine's Day if you're celebrating a day early, and keep shopping local. Other than that, I'll see you on Monday. Now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just a bit.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, February 11th. Yesterday was very nice despite the breezy winds, with highs in the mid to upper 50s for most in the region, with some low 60s as well, also being recorded, including in downtown Annapolis with a west wind much of the day. And it will be more of the same today and tomorrow, ahead of a return to full-on wintertime conditions Sunday and Monday. Look for highs today again in the mid to upper 50s, with a few readings again possible in the 60s. As winds stay breezy, with more sunshine in 50s and 60s expected Saturday, ahead of much colder temps Sunday in the 30s, with a growing chance for a little bit of snow for the area, with our early estimate for snow totals on the low end of a coating to maybe 2 or 3 inches in spots. But overall, we don't think we'll have a repeat of the January 3rd storm that brought 8 to 14 inches across much of the region a day after 60-plus degrees. But stay tuned for updates later today and tomorrow, as things can always change last minute, much as they did for that early January storm. And then expect even colder temps on Monday, with highs only 30 to 35 degrees before a warm-up into the low 40s Tuesday and upper 40s or lower 50s by Wednesday, with temps then back into the upper 50s or lower 60s by Thursday of next week, as we continue to make steady progress toward one of the best days of the year every year, which is the return of daylight saving time that falls on Sunday, March 13th this year. Okay, that's it for today and the week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get: how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's are wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.